The rise of Bali, a king's ambition. Mahabali was a mighty Asura king. He was the grandson of Prahlada, a Vishnu devotee. Despite his lineage, Bali craved power. He wanted to rule the three worlds. Indra, the king of gods, stood in his way. A great war erupted between the gods and the Asuras. Bali led the Asuras to victory. He defeated Indra and conquered the heavens. The gods were vanquished. They were cast out of their celestial abode. The world trembled before the might of Bali. His ambition seemed limitless. The defeat was a heavy blow to the gods. They lost their power and glory. They despaired for the fate of the universe. Their hope seemed to dwindle with each passing day, but a glimmer of it remained. They knew they had to find a way to defeat Bali. The Mahabali Yagya, a quest for power. Despite his victory, Bali was not invincible. He knew the gods would seek to regain their lost dominion. To consolidate his power, he turned to his guru, Shukracharya. Shukracharya was a brilliant strategist and a master of mystical arts. He advised Bali to perform the Mahabali Vishwajit Yagya. This Yagya was an elaborate ritual. It was said to grant the performer invincibility and dominion over the three worlds. Bali, driven by his ambition, readily agreed. He commenced the grand yagya with great pomp and show. The aroma of sacred herbs and the chanting of mantras filled the air. The yagya lasted for days. It attracted the attention of beings from all realms. The gods watched with growing apprehension. They knew the power that this yagya would bestow upon Bali. Their anxiety was palpable. They had to find a way to stop the yagya. Bali's triumph victory over Indra. As the yagya reached its climax, the gods knew they had to act. Indra, desperate to reclaim his throne, launched a surprise attack on Bali. He hoped to disrupt the yagya and weaken Bali's forces. However, Bali was prepared. He had anticipated Indra's move and countered it with his own strategic brilliance. The battle raged, but the tide had turned. Empowered by the yagya, Bali's forces fought with renewed vigor. They pushed back against Indra's assault. The gods were once again defeated. Indra, defeated and demoralized, retreated. Bali's victory was absolute. The Mahabali Vishwajit Yagya was complete. Bali had achieved his goal. He was now the undisputed ruler of the three worlds. The gods were left to ponder their next move. Their hopes seemed to dwindle with each passing defeat. Section 4. The Reign of Prosperity, Yagyas and Alms. After his victory, Bali ruled with justice and generosity. He was known for his adherence to Dharma. He performed numerous yagyas to maintain his power and appease the gods. He gave generously to brahmanas and the needy. His reign was marked by peace and prosperity. Shukracharya, his wise advisor, guided him to maintain his righteous path. He advised Bali to continue performing yagyas and giving alms. This, he said, would keep the gods at bay and ensure his continued reign. Bali, ever the obedient disciple, followed his guru's advice diligently. His generosity knew no bounds. He would never refuse a request, especially during the performance of a yagya. This unwavering commitment to charity would become his defining trait, but it would also become his undoing. Section 5. The gods' plea seeking Vishnu's intervention. The gods, witnessing Bali's growing power, were deeply troubled. They feared that his rule, though just, would upset the cosmic balance. They turned to Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, for help. Aditi, the mother of Indra and the gods, went to Vaikuntha to plead their case. Aditi, heartbroken and desperate, implored Vishnu to intervene. She reminded him of Bali's growing power and the potential threat it posed to the balance of the universe. Vishnu, moved by her pleas and recognizing the need to restore cosmic order, assured Aditi of his help. He promised her that he would be born as her son and find a way to subdue Bali. The gods, hearing Vishnu's promise, felt a surge of hope. They knew that Vishnu, with his infinite wisdom and power, would find a way. Gap 3S, Section 6, The Humble Request. Vamana posed as a Brahmin and went to the spot where Shukracharya and Daityaraj Bali were performing a yagya. Bali welcomed the Brahmin boy and said, "How can I help you, young Brahmin?" The Brahmin said, "I have heard a lot about your generosity towards Brahmins. I do not want wealth or luxuries, I just need the land that my 3 steps cover." All the people who were present there were surprised to hear the request of the Brahmin boy. The Asuras laughed at the boy's request. Daityaraj Bali, confident and magnanimous, agreed to grant him what he wanted. Suddenly, to everyone's surprise, the young Brahmin boy started growing in size. Soon he was larger than planet Earth itself. He took a large step and put it on Earth to claim it and said, "Now the Earth is mine." Then he took the second step and put it on Amravati, which was under Bali's control, and said, "Now Amravati is mine." Amravati was also under the Brahmin boy's possession. Then he said, "Bali, where should I keep my third step? Earth and heaven are already mine. Now there is no place left." Shukracharya warned Bali, "Be careful, Bali. I am very sure this Brahmin is not an ordinary boy. He is surely Vamana, Lord Vishnu himself. Don't let him take the third step or you will have to lose everything you have." But Bali said, "Acharya, I have given him my word. I cannot go back from it." The Asuras and Daityas heard this and stepped forward to attack Vamana, but they could not harm him at all. Bali then addressed Vamana and said, "As nothing else is left, you may keep your third step on my head." Hearing Bali's words, Lord Vishnu appeared in his true form and said, "I bless you, Bali. From now on, you will rule Patal Lok forever." Thus, Bali went away to Patal Lok. Indra and the other gods retained Amravati due to Lord Vishnu's Vamana Avatar. Section 6. The Divine Incarnation, Vamana is born. As promised, Lord Vishnu incarnated on earth. He chose Kashyapa, Aditi's husband, to be his father. On an auspicious day, Aditi gave birth to a son, a dwarf who would be known as Vamana. Vamana, though small in stature, possessed divine wisdom and power. He was Vishnu himself, disguised to fulfill his promise. As Vamana grew, he learned of Bali's generosity and his unwavering adherence to Dharma. He knew he had to approach Bali subtly, not through force. He decided to appear before Bali during one of his grand yagyas, knowing that Bali would never refuse a request during such a sacred time. Vamana set out for Bali's kingdom. His small strides belied the cosmic power he held within. He was on a mission to restore the cosmic balance, not through war and bloodshed, but through wisdom and a simple request.